Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. See a lot of familiar faces in the first row. Welcome. Welcome all of you to bunq Update 13. It's so great to see you all here tonight at bunq Update 13, lucky number 13. Why, you might ask? Well, we're all lucky to be here because for the second time in a row, bunq Updates sold out completely. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Yeah. Yeah. Really, really fantastic. Now, as always, before we show you all of the new amazing things that we have been working very hard on for you, we would like to take a moment and look back at all of the amazing things that have happened so far. And given that we're in January, we figured it would be nice to take a complete look at the entirety of 2019 and at all the amazing things and the great things that have happened. Now, given that this list is so enormously long, no human can remember it, so we decided to make a short, not so short video. Let's have a look.
Action. bunq in 2019 was a great support for me.
The new features just keep rolling out.
I think bunq is just very transparent.
You know, everything that comes through is something I can actually use. All the features that have come in 2019 have really added value for me as a customer.
With the instant notifications, it's just easy to keep track.
It's nice to know that I'm in total control of my money and I know where it goes.
For me, it just got rid of the whole pain in the ass of setting up the bank account in the first place. It was so quick and easy to go into the app and sign up for the card.
It's a pleasure to use the app.
It's very fast, very easy, and especially as an expat, it's convenient because you simply can provide the BSN number later on in the process, so you have more time to organize yourself.
I didn't need to give them an address straight away. I didn't need to give them my BSN straight away.
I like that bunq really keeps its customers in mind and really tries to develop the most comfortable, the most convenient app for us.
It's just very easy to be abroad and not have to worry about additional fees that you have to spend.
Coming from Estonia, it's so much easier.
I used to not plan my finances at all, but saving goals actually helped me realize what I need my money for and plan forward.
We're pretty excited about the fact that we're currently saving for a house, and bunq's given us the mechanism to do that.
It positively affects my business in a way that I don't need to think about it, and I can continue being focused on improving my services for my clients.
The main product that affected me positively is definitely the travel card.
Saving goals.
TransferWise.
The green card.
Auto VAT.
I planted a lot of trees.
That makes life very easy.
There isn't another card as cool as this. So imagine what it could be in 12 months.
I think that was a really inspiring message. Imagine what it could be in 12 months. And I really think that the only people who know what it will be like in 12 months are now sitting in this room, because the only one who really steers us and guides us in what we build are you and your enthusiasm. Now, obviously, the list of all of the amazing improvements and feature enhancements and all the other great things is much longer than the 10 or 15 items mentioned in this video. For the sake of completeness, for those who are interested, we made it a topic on together.bunq.com with the entire list. And so if you're super curious, have a look. It's really, really impressive. Now, if you ask me what my personal highlight of 2019 was, well, that's a really difficult question to answer because there have been so many highlights and so many beautiful moments and so many great new things that we have produced for you. But I think if you forced me to pick one, probably my favorite would have been the bunq hackathon. A hackathon is an event where coders from all over Europe join together and come to our headquarters in Amsterdam to show off what they're capable of. And me, being a coder since the age of 9, always get very excited and inspired by all of this young energy, really thriving to create something very creative in a very limited amount of time. In fact, what made this hackathon extra nice for us was that we had, for the very first time, contestants from outside of the Netherlands, from Italy and from Germany, and I think I am very proud to see how international and how much more international bunq is becoming with each and every day. And because of this hackathon and your enthusiasm and your engagement, I'm very excited to announce that you have inspired us to radically simplify the API as of tonight. In fact, so much so that I'm going to show you a piece of code right here, right now. Let me grab my laptop and have a sip of water. Let's see. Let's open Safari. Okay, so as an example on how easy and how powerful the API is, we figured we show you a simple example. Many people I know love to have all their transactions in a spreadsheet, whether it's Google Sheets, whether it's Excel, it doesn't really matter. And one of the drawbacks of doing this is, of course, that you need to enter all of these entries manually, which kind of sucks. But you don't have to, because you can code a very simple snippet. I've done some prep work. Here it is. Took me 2 whole minutes. So as you can see, for the non-coders, it's just 12 lines of code. It's super simple. It calls an endpoint right here from a RESTful API. All you need to send is your authentication token and then parse the response in your Google Sheet. Well, what does this all mean, you might ask? Well, this means that you can do something amazing like this. And you have all your transactions. Now, dear coders, we took out all of the things that you found complicating. We took out the signing, we took out the extra headers. Really, if you can see what I can do in a couple of lines of code, there is no limit to your creativity and there's no limit to what you can achieve. So I'm looking very much forward to seeing your beautiful creations and start using this new API as of tonight. Let me grab some more water. Time to move on to all the amazing things that we have been creating for you. First, for my fellow entrepreneurs, features that help you save time every time. And the features of tonight are inspired and based on the success of one of my other companies. As you might know, I founded TransIP back in the year of 2003. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We have some TransIP people in the room. Great to see you guys. And I think one of the things that made TransIP very, very successful, there are some ideas and lessons learned that I would love to share with you tonight. Because TransIP, as of today, is the 3rd largest in the world, and I think that's a huge accomplishment. Thank you, TransIP guys. Thank you. So looking back, one of the things that we did really well is having multiple trade names. Having multiple trade names is a very effective way of having a name that different customer audiences recognize and feel comfortable with. It's really effective when you want to have a broad palette of customers that you would like to serve. Setting up an extra trade name is partly super easy, partly very time consuming. The easy part is getting it registered in the Chamber of Commerce. It just takes you a few minutes, you fill in a form, and you are done. But then starts the hard part, when you want this new trade name to be usable with your bank account, you have to go through the usual cycle of wasting your time, calling your account manager, wasting more of your time waiting for him to send you a form, then wasting even more of your time filling in the form, sending it back, only to hear that you have to wait about 3 to 6 weeks. Last time it took me 6 weeks for him or her to process this application. And so the first new feature of tonight is one that's going to save you a tremendous amount of time, because as of tonight, the moment you exit that Chamber of Commerce building and you have that new trade name registered, you can create a new bank account directly from the bunq app. Yes. Let me show you how it works and connect my phone to the screen. Here we go. Let's start by tapping on the beautiful bunq logo. Here we are, just for the occasion. The TransIP demo account is there. Yeah, cool. Okay, so all you need to do to add a bank account with an extra trade name is tap on Add a new sub-account or Set up auto VAT. There we go. Select Business Bank Account. Here we go. Choose an icon to your liking. Let's go for the heart, because I love all the stuff that TransIP does. I really do. Tap on Next. And here you have a real-time list of all your registered trade names. So the moment you exit that Chamber of Commerce building, this list will update. And just by choosing whatever trade name you like, such as Stack, which is one of the wonderful products that TransIP makes, and tapping Next, and that's it. You just created a new bank account. No waiting, no more wasting time. In fact, research shows that over 95% of all companies have multiple trade names. And so we believe that this seemingly very simple feature is going to be a huge time saver for many fellow entrepreneurs. Back to the key success factors that have made TransIP what it is today. I think one of the things that we did really well is go internationally as quickly as we could. It's really a matter of simple math. The Netherlands has 17 million people. The world has 7 billion people. 7 billion is bigger than 17 million, and so it's kind of logical that you try to cater to that 7 billion audience as quickly as you can. Now, with this comes a couple of challenges, such as how do you actually bill and charge international customers? And the only way to do this properly is by setting up credit card payments. Now, at the time, the only way to do this was by setting up a connection with a payment service provider. This requires a lot of time. You need to do a lot of paperwork. And what makes it even more complex is that you need to connect your systems to the systems of the payment service provider. And this is very complex and very time-consuming. And that's why I'm really excited about the next feature, because it will allow all my fellow entrepreneurs to start catering to that international audience without wasting time. Because as of tonight, you can start processing credit card payments directly from the bunq app. To show you what this might look like in real life, we made a short video. Let's have a look. love that one. It's going to radically simplify your international expansion. It's truly great. And I guess now is the moment to reveal what I believe to be the biggest success factor of TransIP, the main reason why we got where we are today. It's really a simple thing. It's a very simple paradigm, because TransIP has always been founded on the idea to automate everything, which means automate everything. It's very simple, it's very powerful, and it allows you to scale up without requiring additional resources. And equally important, it allows your customers and your users to experience the same level of service regardless of your size. Now, back in 2003, you had two options to automate things. Either you were a coder and you could do whatever you want because you're a coder and you can build whatever you like, or you were in bad luck because for ordinary people, there were no fancy tools that we have today, there was no automation, there was no machine learning, AI, robotics, whatever you like to choose. You were a coder or you were in bad luck. Luckily, many things have changed and many things have improved. And today, you can do a whole lot of things with a set of easy tools. And all these tools enable you to scale up rapidly and reduce wasting time. I think one of the most exciting features that bunq has ever launched is the ability to automate stuff. Because as of tonight, thanks to a partnership with Zapier, you will be able to automate all of your finances. Now, just to show you what this will enable you to do, we created some examples. I'm going to connect my laptop to the screen, I hope. Yep, there we are. The possibilities are really endless. So for instance, one of the interesting things is you just saw me create a couple of lines of code that populated this spreadsheet with data. But actually, you don't have to be a coder. You can simply use Zapier. So let me hide this and switch to Google Chrome. So this is a Zapier environment, and what we are looking at is a Zap, as they call it. It's very simple to set one up. It just takes you a couple of minutes. You can just look at one of their how-tos or watch one of their videos. It's very simple. So this particular Zap pushes every new payment in a Google spreadsheet, basically what we just saw happen with some code. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means that when you are faced with an empty spreadsheet, such as this one, by enabling the Zap you just saw, it will get populated with each and every one of your transactions. And to show you what this might look like in real world, I'm going to call upon some magic to happen right now, because at the snap of my finger, we will actually push some transaction here. So here goes nothing. And there we have it. Just imagine how much time you can save by setting this up in 2 minutes and just letting it run. It's really great. But the nice thing is you can do a whole lot of other stuff. So for instance, I know a lot of entrepreneurs love to use Slack for communication. How cool would it be if you could get a Slack notification the moment a customer pays an invoice? Well, with Zapier you can enable that. There we go. Whenever the balance is updated, send a message directly to Slack. Very simple. Takes you 1 minute to set it up, and it'll work. Let's do the finger snapping thing again. Here goes nothing. There it is. And as you can see, the TransIP invoice of 20 euros has been paid, and the new balance is now 15,009 euros. The cool thing is you can also do more advanced stuff. So, for instance, I know a lot of people like to keep separate bank accounts, to have a daily bank account for your daily expenses and have a savings account for other stuff. In the past, I know I needed to log in to my account many times to see what the balance was and then to move money around. But thanks to automation, you can get a simple notification because you can set up, for example, to get an email every time the balance is above 15,000 whenever a new payment comes in. And as the balance is now 15,009, let's see if the system actually works by opening Apple Mail. And there we have it. I just got an email automatically without me having to do anything. And this allows really advanced automation. Now, I think this new feature is absolutely and by far the most important feature we have released for my fellow entrepreneurs. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all harness the full power of automation and saving time every time. Thank you. All of these new features will be available directly after this bunq update for all our bunq business users. On with the exciting new features for our bunq premium users, features that make life easy. As has become a tradition, the first feature is always inspired by one of our users. It was Misha who told us, I really love using bunq and I love how it makes life easy. Particularly, I love super easy budgeting. Is that Misha? Are you taking a selfie on the screen? We have him in the room. We have him in the room. Really cool. Thank you. Thank you. So, super easy budgeting is your thing. Really great. We have many features for that. Misha has multiple cards that he adds to Apple Pay. And then he asked us a very good question. He asked, hey, I have multiple cards in my Apple Pay. How can I distinguish one from the other? Well, Misha, thank you very much for a very good question. I'm very excited to tell you we fixed it in a very beautiful way. Who's excited to see the solution? Yeah. Let's have a look. Really, really, really pretty. As of tonight, you can choose any color to your liking to any of your cards, and this will solve Misha's issue. And just because I really love that animation, Alessandro, creative genius, I don't know where you're sitting. Oh, there you are. He made it. Let's have a look at it one more time. It was really pretty. Let's watch it once more. Nice. So, if you're watching this and you have a great idea, please share it with us on together.bunq.com. And maybe, just like Misha, you will have your own moment of fame as well. So back to super easy budgeting. It has always been a main thing at bunq, and we have added so many features that makes budgeting effortless and super easy. Things like multiple sub-accounts that allow you to have a full-fledged bank account for whatever purpose you want or need. So you can have your own personal account, you can have a holidays account, you can have a joint account, you can have a fun money account, and split it up very easily. Super easy features like autosave that enable you to save for whatever you want without having to think about it. A feature like Insights that categorizes all of your payments so that you get to understand what you spend your money on, saving up to 10% every month without having to do any effort. And tonight I'm really excited to announce that we're going full Monty. We're completing the circle because as of tonight, you will be able to sort all of your incoming payments automatically. To show you how this works, I'm going to grab my phone and connect it to the screen. Yep, there we are. Let's switch to my personal account. So as you can see, I have 3 sub-accounts. I have a personal account, which is my main account that I do my day-to-day from. I have a holidays account because one of these days I'm really going to go on a holiday, promise. And I have a subscriptions account because I like to have my recurring costs separate. Now, I would like to have my incoming salary divided over these sub-accounts automatically. And to do that, I'm going to go to Events, Here we are. Yes, you can see it's 100 euros a month. It really paid off becoming a banker. Yes. Yeah. So all you need to do to sort this payment automatically is tap on the event, tap on the new button, sort, then divide the amount whatever way you want. So let's say 25 euros for holidays, 5 euros for subscriptions, and the remainder, the 70 euros, will go to my personal account. Tap on sort this payment and choose whether you want to do this as a one-off or you want to have this happen every time this payment comes in. That's really magic right there. So let's do this every time, please, and that's it. You will see that it just sorted all of the payments. I think it looks very nice. Let's go to the overview. You can now see that the subscriptions account is filled with 5 euros and the holidays account is increased by 25. But the real magic happens the next time I get my 100 euro salary, because then this will happen automatically. Well, I would love to show you, but then bunq needs to help out a little bit. Dear bunq, can you please help me out just for tonight and front me my next month's salary so we can see how it works? Here goes nothing. And there we have it. Just got 100 euros, automatic sorted over the 3 sub-accounts. Now, a lot of stuff was happening on the screen at the same time, so we'll do it one more time. And if you pay attention, you will notice that the subscription account will go from 10 to 15, the holidays account will go from 150 to 175, and my personal account will go from 1214 to 1284. Yay for math from your head. Okay. It does hinge on one very important factor, and that is bunq fronting me another month of salary. Dear bunq, please help me out one more time. There we have it. And all the amounts are up there. We really think that this is the cherry on the pie of super easy budgeting, and this really completes the circle. As of tonight, everybody can set up budgeting in a super easy way with just a few taps, because you have both the expenses side as well as the income side. Which of course brings me to the final feature of tonight. And this final feature comes with a bit of a background, because it revolves all around this watch. Yes, and I hear you wonder why. Well, it's because of what this watch represents. Many, many, many decades ago, the global watch industry was dominated by the Swiss. They created beautiful watches, but those were analog. And so they had many industries that created mechanics and gears and levers and whatever else you need for an analog watch. Now, they stumbled upon an amazing discovery, the quartz crystal, which of course enables digital watches. But rather than understanding what this would mean for their customers and having their customers' best interest at heart, they chose to rather try and protect their own industries, because a digital watch doesn't require gears and mechanics and all the other stuff they were producing. Now, a few years later, some Japanese companies came along and they saw the potential of this quartz crystal. They immediately started creating digital watches because people wanted them. And in just 3 years' time, the Swiss watch industry got completely destroyed and went from 90% market share to just 10. To us, this is a very inspiring story, a story that reminds us how important it is to truly understand our users' wants and needs, and to create beautiful products you love to use. That's why, ever since the very beginning of bunq, every bunq employee that passes their trial period gets this watch, so that they know all day, every day, to think about the best interest of our users. Now, for those who have paid attention, you might have noticed that over the course of the past 12 updates, I've been always wearing this watch. Until tonight, because tonight, bunq is launching the bunq Apple Watch app. And I think it looks absolutely beautiful. To show you what it's capable of, we made a short video. Let's have a look. Really beautiful. So, thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you've enjoyed all of the new things that we have been working on for you. I hope you've enjoyed the power of automation now enabled for all my fellow entrepreneurs. I hope you enjoy all of the new features for our bunq Premium users. I hope you're excited about them as I am. Share this excitement with your friends, family, and partners. Let's bunq together. Thank you. Thank you. But, yes, before we go home, as a dessert, we have this one final feature that we would love to show you. And of course, it's about this beautiful product that we launched 2 months ago. This beautiful, shiny, stainless steel metal card that we call the green card. Look at how pretty it is, right? And it's not just beautiful on the outside, it does beautiful things too. Because as you use this card for your day-to-day expenses, spending money that you would do anyway, for every 100 euros you spend, we plant a tree. Just for the occasion, we decided to go for a special Founders Edition at the launch. And we were really taken by surprise, and we were really amazed by your enthusiasm and your eagerness to get one. Because much to our surprise, we sold out this beautiful card, the Founders Edition, in just 15 hours. This surprised us so much, we decided to do some research and ask you, hey, we know the thing is really beautiful, but what makes it so special to you? And we understood that there's something magical about the idea that you can contribute something positive to the world by doing something very simple, such as using a different card. You don't need to be Mother Teresa just to do something good. And this idea proved to be very, very strong. In turn, this made us think, okay, how much of a contribution does an average green card user then make? And so we ran the numbers, and that number was truly surprising. It was really surprising. In fact, so much so that we had to run them again and again just to make sure that it was right. This is how much surprising it was. Because as it turns out, the average green card user, just by using this card, a very simple thing to do in life, right? The average green card user will become CO2 positive in less than 3 years. Yeah. Imagine that, becoming CO2 positive simply by changing your card. There's something mind-boggling to that. And because at bunq we really value clean air, we like to breathe it ourselves, and we would really like to pass it on to our children and their children's children, we would like to encourage the green card user. use. That's why tonight I'm really excited to announce that as of tonight, any purchase you make with this green card will be covered by the MasterCard Purchase Protection Plan. And I guess if you look carefully on the screen, you will see a white spot there because we have one more. As of tonight, any purchase you make will be covered by the MasterCard Extended Warranty 2. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you're as excited about this green card as I am. If you want to become CO2 positive, get your own green card now. Thank you. Good night.
I'm getting happy, feel my heart goes zing. I'm doing